It's the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chiefs and the Hawks. All that and more coming up next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Bringing him out, the 3rd overall pick from way back in 2008. A guy now in his 15th NFL season, Matt Ryan. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They follow up the game of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. For this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's punted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. On first down, Locke. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks at 10-4 on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Chiefs, they were fantastic a week ago over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
Again, it's Walker. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's first and goal.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Walker. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
He's going to press this one forward as they stop. Give him right around 4 on the carry. Let's see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Kansas City offense, and in his 6th season of conducting this high-powered attack, coming off 4 straight Pro Bowls, it's Patrick Mahomes.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, That is no small accomplishment.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that agree on one person buys common ground. You've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On play action, it's Mahomes.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Now a toss here, short side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Booker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Takes it at the 7.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Block now to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on 1st down is Locke.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Walker is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Walker once more, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Kenneth Walker. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, so far, a little bit no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Second and 11 now. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. And again, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now Locke on the bootleg. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Ron Thornhill.
And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll go down at the 28. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Mahomes now on first down.
Slant route that's complete to Travis Kelce. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes, another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Mahomes going to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And Mahomes is going to keep it.
And he will take it on in for the Chiefs touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Booker is on target.
And it's going to tie up the game as we approach halftime.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Yeah, to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing now is Locke. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half. Board. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Here's Hardman to return.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go.
At their own 26. They look to throw. It's Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Clock going to throw. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. A toss, left side, Johnson. Room here to run.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself, thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down movement.
Well, that's success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes him...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant from 10 yards out as they have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Hardman on the return.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Seahawks take back over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time loss on that play. And now 3rd down, it gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw it is Locke. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's locked. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw is Mahomes. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Mahomes now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And this carry not as productive. They swallowed it at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they look to convert it. It'll be a 3rd and 4.
Obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up the key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the... Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. But right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 18. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here, a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of their opponent well? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. This is Homer. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 24-14. A little over a minute and a half remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here. Starting with 1st and 10. Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And Mahomes going to hustle him up to the line here. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shot.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that